I've scaled my brand to over 6 figures using paid ads and reaching people all around the world. And trust me, learning how to run paid ads is literally the most valuable skill you can have as a brand owner. But here's the truth. Ads won't save you if you don't have organic reach first. Before you even think about running ads, you need to grind organically. And that's posting content, making sales, and simply building the brand on your own first. Today in this video, I'll show you guys exactly how to set up a winning ad campaign for your brand, but only after you put in the work first. Let's get into it. So like I said in the intro of this video, please do not immediately start running paid ads when you start your clothing brand. If you're a new clothing brand owner and you just started your brand, or you're a beginner and you're trying to get your feet wet, please do not automatically go straight to paid ads. It's not gonna work for you. I'm telling you that right now. It's not gonna work for you. This is just a warning to anyone who's watching, looking to run paid ads and just started their clothing brand. I strongly suggest, y'all, highly recommend that you push your brand organically first. Go out in the community and push your brand. Put your merch in the trunk. Sell your merch to people in the community. Make sure you're pushing your organic content. Make sure you're creating good content. Make sure you're pushing your TikTok, push your Instagram reels. Make sure you're doing things organically first before you start running paid ads. Paid ads only allow you to scale your clothing brand. In order to start running paid ads, you have to have something that's worth scaling. And the only way to test that is by simply marketing your brand organically first to see what your audience likes and test different types of products. I'm going to show you guys today on how to set up your first ad campaign for your clothing brand. Before we get into this, you want to make sure that your Facebook pixel is set up for your store. So you simply just want to download Facebook and Instagram on your Shopify store, set up your Facebook pixel. Now, if you guys want to learn how to set up your Facebook pixel, just let me know down in the comments and I'll make sure to record a video for you on how to set up your Facebook pixel. You want to start off by hitting create, then you want to hit sales campaign, because obviously we're here to get sales. We're here to actually make money. So you want to do a manual sales campaign, right? You don't want to do Advantage Plus, right? Always a manual sales campaign. So here's how it starts off. Today, I'm going to be showing you guys how to set up CBO, standing for campaign budget optimization. So we're having one budget spent on the whole campaign. We're going to name our campaign a little bit later, so don't worry about naming it right now. Some brands actually use Advantage Plus catalog ads, but today we're not going to. So we're going to turn that off. Now we're going to go to Advantage campaign budget. Now this is the budget that you're going to have for your campaign. How much are you going to spend per day on your ads? Now, I recommend at least $50 a day, y'all. At least $50 a day when it comes to running paid ads. And the only reason why, you want to give Facebook enough budget to spend in order to test your ad creatives to see what works. You want to leave everything else alone, right? Leave everything else alone. And now we're going to go to the ad set. Now, our ad set is going to be where we set up our audience ages, and the placements of our ad. We're not going to name our ad set yet. And then we're going to hit website, right? Conversion location, we're going to do website. Now, some brands also do website and shop, but that's if your shop is set up with your store. So if your shop is set up with your store or with Instagram or with Facebook, then you can do website and shop. But today we're just going to do strictly website. Our performance goal, we always want to maximize the number of conversions, right? We want to make sure we maximize our number of conversions because we want to get sales, right? You want to make sure that you select your pixel, right? Once you have your pixel set up, you want to make sure you select it when it comes to, just adding your pixel to the campaign. Shout out to one of my students, Kinu, with Go Meta. He has some crazy mesh shorts, and that's whose ad account we're in right now. So shout out to my guy. Our conversion event, right? We always want to make sure we do purchase all the time, every single time. Our conversion event wants to be purchased because, again, we want to get purchases. We're here to get sales for our clothing brand. This is where you set up your budget and schedule, right? We already set up our budget with the campaign level because we're setting up a CBO. So we already have our budget set up. Now we have to set up our schedule, right? When do we want this ad to start? And I always recommend to start a campaign midnight of the next day. So right now it's March 31st, 2025. I want to do April 1st. This is basically the start of the day, right? I know you guys are probably questioning, like, why start at midnight? People don't wake up until 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. You don't know that. I've gotten orders at 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm thinking people are asleep too, but in reality, they're shopping online. And also, you guys have to let your campaign warm up. You have to let the campaign warm up after you publish it. Once the campaign is set up, you want to give it some time for it to warm up. So that's why we started at midnight. So you want to scroll down, and now we're going to go to audience controls. You want to make sure your location is always on United States because majority of you brand owners are in the United States. And now we're going to go to advantage audience, right? This is where we're going to set up our audience. We're going to go to switch to original audience options. Switch to original audience. Now this is where we set up our audience. Now, always recommend when you're first starting out running paid ads, you always want to run a broad audience, right? So we're not going to do any type of targeting for our first campaign. We're not going to do any interest testing, any behavior testing, any demographic, none of that. We're just going to keep it strictly broad. And broad actually gives you the best opportunity to get sales because we're targeting just anybody. So whoever is interested in your product will buy. We're not niching ourselves down to certain interests in certain demographics for our first campaign. So when it comes to the age, I always recommend at least 18 to 35. A lot of you guys that are watching have streetwear clothing brands or just a clothing brand in general. When it comes to the age, it's kind of up to you guys. But if you're running more so streetwear and you're kind of young at the age of like 18, 30 or something like that, and you're running like a streetwear brand or something like that, I always recommend at least 18 to 35. And 18 to 35 are basically, that's like a good age range to where, you know, people are wearing streetwear, you know, different types of crazy pieces and, you know, just streetwear in general. I don't like going past 35 because that's more of like the older audience. And once you become older, you don't really wear streetwear anymore. Just think about your guys' parents. Like, they're not wearing what you wear nowadays, right? They're more of on the simple tip, right? They wear just simple things, right? From Walmart or whatever it is. So that's why I like to keep the age between 18 and 35. We want to keep it broad, so you don't want to add any interests, behaviors, demographics, or nothing like that, right? So just like this. Now we're going to go down to placements. So we're going to hit edit right here where it says advantage plus placements. You're going to hit edit and we're going to do manual placements. Now, lately what's been working for me and my students is strictly Instagram. We're strictly putting our ads on Instagram. And the main reason for that is because a lot of you brand owners have really good Instagram pages, but you guys don't have good Facebook pages. So there's no point of running ads to Facebook if you don't have a good Facebook page to where it's trustworthy and credible. We're just going to have our ad placements on Instagram. Basically, you're going to go through the different placements for your ad. As you can see, a lot of this is checked off because it's on Facebook, right? And another reason why for that is because you're spending $50 for this campaign. So we want to make sure that that budget is being spent thoroughly in the right way. So if you're spending that $50 on Facebook and you don't have a good Facebook page that's trustworthy and credible, you're simply just wasting money. You want to pretty much keep everything the same. Everything the same. As you can see, all of the Instagram boxes are checked, which is good. So you want to just keep it just like this. So that is basically how you set up your ad set for this campaign. Now we're going to go to how to title it. When you're titling your ad set, you want to incorporate every single aspect that we just did inside of this ad set. Number one would be broad, and you want to kind of separate it with dashes to name your ad set. With the word broad, you know that the audience is broad. Then you want to put 18 through 35. That's the age of your audience. Then you want to put IG only, because for our placements, as you guys know, your placements are only going to be on Instagram. And then you want to put the date, right? What date are we starting our ad? And that would be, so that would be 4/1, just put 4/1 because we already know what the year is, right? So it'd just be 4/1. So this would be a good way on how to title your ad set. Now let's go back to the campaign and how to title your campaign. So when it comes to titling the campaign, you want to put CBO. Now with the word CBO, you know that it's a campaign budget optimization. You know that there's one budget for the whole campaign. After the CBO, you want to put the date, right? 4/1. Boom. After you put the date, you want to put just broad, so you know what audience you're using for this campaign. Let's go now to the actual ad itself. So before I get into the actual ad itself, the reason why we're doing a CBO, which is a campaign budget optimization, and we have one budget for the CBO, which is $50, we're going to do at least 5 to 10 different types of content. And what this is going to do is it's going to take this $50 and it's going to spend it throughout 5 to 10 types of content. Whatever types of content eat up the budget the most is basically going to be your winning content. So the reason why we have 5 to 10 different pieces of content is because we want a bunch of different varieties of different content so we know what's going to work for us. So you can actually include existing posts from your Instagram, literally from your Instagram page, you can run as an ad. Say you have an Instagram reel with over 50,000 views, 100 plus comments, and 100 plus shares. You can literally take that exact reel and run it as an ad with that same engagement. So when you're running it as an ad, people will see that 100 plus shares. People will see that 100 plus comments. People will see all of those views that you've done for that reel. Now you're going to select Facebook page. Now, when you select Facebook page, it's going to automatically connect your Instagram page. So don't even worry about the Facebook page. You want to make sure you connect your Facebook page for sure, but then it's going to automatically connect your Instagram account. So we scroll down, it's going to say ad setup, right? We're going to go to ad setup. It's going to say use existing post. When you're using existing post, you can leave multi-advertiser ads on, or you could take it off. It's just testing at the end of the day. See what works for you. As we scroll down, we're going to go to select post. What our business manager is going to allow us to do is select an Instagram Instagram posts from our page that we want to use. So I always suggest using the most engaged, the most viewed post on your Instagram page. Let's just do this one. I'm gonna just say, let's do this. Just for the video, we'll just do this one. So as we scroll down, you see it says call to action. You want to make sure you always select shop now, because again, we want to make sure that people are actually buying from the website. We want to make sure we're running ads to sales. We want people to shop. We want to make money at the end of the day, right? And then right here is going to say website URL. We want to make sure we connect the exact link to the product to our Facebook ad. So as you can see, this is our product page right here. We hit copy, then we go back to our Facebook ad and we hit paste. Right now, when your ad is running, when people click the link, it will go straight to the product page. You don't want the link to go to the home page because that's too much clicking for the customer. They have to click on the home page, then they have to find the product, then they go to the product page. You want to make sure that you are connecting the URL of the product page, not anything else. If you have any promo codes, you can include a promo code within the ad itself. Today, we're not going to do that, so we're just going to uncheck it. When it comes to enhancements, everybody is different when it comes to running Facebook ads, but this is just how I run my ads. I want to make sure I take off text improvements. I want to make sure I take off adapt multi-image. I'm taking off the music, right? I don't want no music on my ad. Visual touch-ups are cool. You could add it, but I feel like it's just extra when it comes to running your ad. So I turn that off. Add catalog items. I really don't like adding catalog items either, because if we're running an ad to a certain product and we turn on catalog items, the ad will pop up and then the catalog will pop up as well to other products from your website. So you don't want to do that because it's going to distract the audience from what exactly you're trying to sell. Okay, so we're going to turn that off as well. Relevant comments. I like to keep that on because it keeps the best comments at the top of the ad. So I like to keep that on. Now we're just going to hit save. Now you want to keep everything else the same. Everything else stays the same. Now let's go back to naming our ad. Now that we know what ad we're running for this specific ad right here, I believe his shorts are called Saiyan Summit, right? So Saiyan Summit mesh shorts, existing post. So now we know that this specific ad right here is an existing post. You want to kind of just go through your Instagram, y'all, and kind of find your best posts and make sure you add around, I would say add about 2 to 3 really good existing posts that you have on your Instagram page. Another piece of content that you should test when it comes to running a CBO is like flat lay content, right? Flat lay content does really well. And as you can see right here on this existing post, he already has flat lay content. So you're going to hit the 3 dots next to your ad set, and then you're going to hit create ad. That's how you add another ad to this ad set, to this campaign. Now we have a whole new ad, right? We have a whole new ad. So like I said, make sure you guys are adding at least 2 to 3 existing posts to the campaign. Now I'm going to show you guys another piece of content that you should add. You're already on create ad, manual upload. You want to start with a carousel, right? And a carousel is basically multiple photos in one. And then you can also do a single image or video as well. I like to do carousels to give different angles for your product. We have our website link right here, which we already have. Make sure you paste that. And now right here is going to be your ad creative. So you're going to hit add cards, add image cards. So basically here, these are images that you have that you haven't posted on Instagram, posted on any type of social media that will work well as an ad. Some of his photos right here just to see what we could work with. This flat lay right here, make sure you add your URL. And then sometimes Facebook takes a while for the ad to preview. So you want to just give it some time. When it comes to your headline, what is a big incentive for your product, right? Do they get free shipping? Do they get 10% off? Is it limited, right? Are you only sitting on a certain amount of pieces? You want to make sure you add some type of headline, some type of like incentive on that headline. I like to always do something along the lines of limited time only. So when people see the ad, they see on the headline, it says limited time only. They're seeing that, oh, if I don't get this soon, it's going to be sold out. Like I said, y'all, the call to action, you always want to make sure your call to action is shop now, because again, we want people to buy, right? We're here to make money. So we want them to shop now. Now, your primary text is basically going to be what your product is about, like what's going on. And I always like to go to ChatGPT and have them help us out, right? So if you go to ChatGPT, you want to say something along the lines of help me create a primary text for my Facebook ad, right? And then you just let ChatGPT know the details, right? What are the details of this product? So we have our mesh shorts. So let's just say our purple mesh shorts are available now for a limited time only. 50 pairs are available. Free shipping on all orders. Shop now. You hit enter. Now ChatGPT has created a primary text for your ad. So you simply just copy it, go back to your Facebook ad. So as you can see, now we have our primary text for our ad right here. And as you can see, Facebook actually gives you different primary text that you can use for this ad as well. You can either check them all, you can check some of them. It's up to you. You know, it's just more of a test thing, right? Just test it for your brand and just see what works. So after you do that, you want to make sure the enhancements are turned off. You don't want to do any enhancements that's going to slow down the loading time for this ad. just how I showed you guys with the existing post. Now, that's basically how you set up a CBO campaign for your clothing brand when you start running paid ads. You wanna make sure you have a couple different types of content when it comes to existing posts, creating your own ad when it comes to like flat lays. So here are some different ad creatives that you can use for your brand as well when it comes to testing different content for your campaign. If you're looking to get the same one-on-one help that David, Mario, and Dame got with their brand, taking them from 0 all the way to 10K in almost 1 month with our Streetwear Scholars Mentorship program, all you have to do is DM me SS on Instagram, and I will get back to you and we will have a direct call. I will learn about you, I will learn about your brand, and I will see if you qualify for our one-on-one mentorship. Now, I don't accept everyone, y'all, simply because I want to make sure that I'm giving the attention to each and every member of the Inner Circle community. So DM me SS on Instagram if you want to take your brand to the next level. Appreciate everybody tapping in. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We are on the road to 10K subs, man, but you have to like, comment, and subscribe because it will allow me to bring you guys fresh new content every single week here on my YouTube channel. Let's get it.